It's Week 7 of the National Football League.
And we'll get a look here at Josh Allen.
He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Bills and the Jags.
All that and more coming up next.
Where the Gator Bowl once stood, now stands this facility. Everbank Field, as EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Jacksonville, Florida. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time. They've definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career, and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the ears. And the one who is more skilled at leveraging that experience, more than likely is going to come away with the win.
Here's Tyler Bass to get this one started. And we're underway from Everbank Stadium. Here's Parker Washington with the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So here are the Jaguars taking over for the first time on offense. And bringing them out to former #1 overall pick out of Clemson in 2021, Trevor Lawrence.
Last week, Kate, you won't call his effort wasted, never. But you wish a game like that would have come in a win instead of showing up in a contest they ended up dropping. 2 touchdowns, no picks. That's the type of game that wins are typically built off of.
And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's a Jaguar first down. Big shot to begin the drive, has him up beyond the 40. First down, and they go right back to him. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. It's a gain of 3 for him, and that brings up 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, Lawrence. He'll get this to ETN. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. That play cleaned up by Matt Milano.
Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't. You got to be able to handle your business, both toting the ball as a runner, and really importantly as a check-down outlet on short throws.
Give him 8 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Here's ETN on first down. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
From the gun, it's a get to Bigsby. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. Has the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars finish up an excellent opening series. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
That one right down the middle. And the Jaguars will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Jaguars ready to send this downfield, and away it goes. Here's a return from the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So here come the Bills for their opening drive. And leading them out, someone who's still the pride of Wyoming University and Fireball, California. One of the league's best and biggest arms, Josh Allen.
And if he could only flip that 3-to-1 ratio, have it be 3 touchdowns to 1 pick instead of the other way around, I think we'd have seen that loss flip to a win as well. Clean slate this week. We'll see what he's done to address the showing from his last time out.
Allen taken right to the air. Finds Kincaid. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on first down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on second down.
Working from the gun, it's Allen. He's got Khalil Shakir. And he'll go out to the 35-yard line.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. Run play only gets back to the line, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Hunter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And he's just going to fair catch that one at the 24-yard line. No return on that punt. And it'll be Jaguars football. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
As a play caller, Kate, I would always be a little cautious of a first down draw. I like it better when that defense is anticipating pass. Well, they were only anticipating getting the backfield and making that running back feel the pain.
On second down, it's Etienne. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. It's going to be 2 on the pickup, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 13. From the shotgun, Lawrence. He puts everything behind this one. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Jacksonville in punt formation. And we'll see how his debut offering goes. They needed 3 punts out of him in last week's loss as he sends this away. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Bills and quarterback Josh Allen ready to get back to work now on offense. And it's not just a blip for him this year. He's been one of their go-to scorers on the ground as we get through the heart of this season, leading all quarterbacks in rushing touchdowns. They send him left out of the slot. On first down, Allen splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Devin Lloyd on the tackle. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Tyson Campbell, the man on that tackle.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. To the air again, Allen. He finds Kincaid. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. First down, ball at the 36. Receiver in motion, going left. Allen gonna throw again. Gets this to Kincaid. And he's gonna be brought down at the 35-yard line.
Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, right? SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
Again, Allen to the air. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But of course we know, it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on third and very long. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Pressure's there, and he goes down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough fourth down.
This is one of those situations where QB's strength and ability to run can be a great blessing, but can also be a curse. We've seen him use his feet before. This guy can escape, and that's a blessing. But it can be a curse because sometimes you think you can get out of everything, and this defense just proved he couldn't.
Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. It's scored as a 51-yard punt, and they'll get ready to go on offense. First down throw, Lawrence. That's complete. Here's Kirk. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30. 2nd and 6 coming up here. They'll send him over right. Lawrence working from the gun. Quick slant here to Kirk. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Now hang on, looks like somebody came out after that play a little shaken up. Not sure we saw exactly what happened, but he'll get some assistance now. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Trying it right side with Etienne. And they had that one contained right at the line. Tackled on the play by Taylor Rapp. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
At the 39-yard line.
Lawrence throwing here. Gets out of trouble. But there's too much pressure, and he's brought down. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
That right there is one of the biggest differences between the NFL and college game. Heck, the high school and Pop Warner game. Because when you break away from a sack at those lower levels, big things happen. But at this level, this big boy league, just because you get out of one guy's arms doesn't mean you're safe anytime soon. I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you could run a screen as they just showed on any play. First, second, third down, sometimes even fourth. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
And this one did hit at the 8, but took a big bounce and finished its journey in the end zone for a touchback. Now we've got the Bills offense headed back to the field. And they're hoping they can keep the punter off the field this time around, Brock, after he's been called upon each of their first 2 possessions. Throwing now on first down, Allen. Completed over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 27.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
We're back for the second quarter. Bills in possession of the football. They're looking at 2nd and 3. Man in motion here. Play action now with Allen. Finds him over the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's good for a Bills first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Man in motion, headed right. First and 10, here's Allen. Short pass brought in. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. In a good spot here, second and inches. To throw again, it's Allen. Hits him on the out route. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that's good for a Bills first down. Back to throw now, Allen. Caught out left. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. That was Stephon Gilmore stopping that play. Second down now, 7 to go. From the 31. Escapes the pocket. He can run it. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Shakes himself free. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Okay, it's pretty clear, isn't it? It's this constant pressure that this defense has imposed on this offense to keep them out of rhythm and build up this lead. This offense is not going to author a comeback if this quarterback continues to run for his life.
They really need some chunk yardage here on second down. They've got a man in motion. Another try following the sack. And for the first time, one of his throws doesn't find a home. It's incomplete, but boy, what a streak he had to begin this game. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Rolling left, buying some time.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
Amendola able to put it through. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
That's going to be taken in at the 8. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Jacksonville offense back on the field now. They come in on a little 2-game skid, Brock, but in control of this one so far. Offense ready to begin this drive, first and 10. Here's ETN to begin the drive. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
That's why you often see some mix, some high-percentage pass plays on first and 10. You got to keep a defense honest. They're always looking for a run in that situation and a chance to stack them up for second and long.
Here's second and 11. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
A split second, all that kept the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Complete. It's Ingram. Give him 24 on that play. And that's a Jaguar first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Taken in by Kirk right side. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Sticking in the air with Lawrence. And he rips this one out and over the back of the end zone. Incomplete.
QBs, well, they're a lot like the great shooters in the NBA. Hey, listen, sometimes you're going to miss. You just got to shake it off and keep shooting away.
Lawrence now off the play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction.
Bend. Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw. In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
The Jaguars ready to send this downfield, and away it goes. Fielded at the 7. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. Buffalo sending its offense to the field. And they take over down 10-3 following that score. Now the shotgun give to Cook. Escapes a defender. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's brought down for a loss. Now, as that play ends, we see somebody hurt down there, and it's James Cook they're sending the trainers out to check on. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. On the ground, first run for Ray Davis. And he's able to reach that midfield stripe after some solid running. 9 yards to pick up there, and they only need 3 more now on 3rd down. Going right back to Davis. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. They'll go again with Davis. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Curtis Samuel's there for the catch. And he gets him around 6 there. Tyson Campbell, the man on that tackle. We're at the 2-minute warning now from Everbank. The Bills trailing in the early going. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Okay, you give him much of the credit for this early lead. Heck, give every player in that defense now their 4th sack of this game credit. Because that ambush on the quarterback, a big reason why they're in control of this game.
The Bills with a punt team out there. Parker Washington to return this for the Jags. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And this is marked out all the way down at the 6. They'll be dangerously close to their own goal line for this series. Jacksonville heading out there on offense. And this close to their end zone, they have got to be careful, but still enough time that they could mount something of a drive here before the half. On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's taken down here at the 16-yard line.
I think the defense is still turned around looking for where the ball is, because that QB and tight end, they got that ball out in a hurry.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. From the 16. Davis there to grab it. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense. This is one of those plays, Kate. I could just hear defensive buzzwords. Pursuit, effort, run him down. Just a total effort defensively to knock that running back right out of bounds and put a negative yardage mark on the stat sheet.
And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. They'll punt another one away. Corey Bajorquez returning to the field. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Only 10 seconds remaining here, so 1st and 10 may be our last snap of the half. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.